What's up, everybody? It's Mia Hall, and you're watching HBCU Prime.
Mama counting on me. I got my sister counting on me. I got my son and my daughter counting on me. I got a world that gets up every morning and watches me.
Look, I hustle, cause I need food on my plate. My mama need a high. Wow.
So, we're right here with E.T., the hip-hop preacher, also known as Eric Thomas. He himself graduated from an HBCU before he went to Michigan, where in 2015, he's about to get his PhD. And I'm not talking about a player haters degree. I am talking about a doctorate of philosophy. So, E.T., can you just tell us, first of all, which HBCU you went to, and then how did you end up going there?
Yeah, I went to Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama, and I ended up going there because the church that I attended, the pastor was an alumni, and he said to me, you know, after you get your GED, I'm going to write a letter of recommendation for you, you know, and see if I can get you in. And sure enough, he wrote a letter of recommendation. They let me in on provisional basis, and I went in first semester and did what I had to do, and ended up graduating from Oakwood University.
All right, that's awesome. You just talk about, you know, how it felt to be on a college campus and meet the people that you met and start the organization. I know that's a lot of
that's I mean, you know, it's so easy because it's real. It happened for me, and I think a big part of going to an HBCU was, you know, from an exposure standpoint, like I saw my people in a light that I didn't see them in Detroit. You know, I knew the president of the university. Like, I could go to his house for dinner, you know. My professors, I saw them at the grocery store. We went to church together, you know. So this is the first time in my life I knew a professor, somebody who got a PhD. Like, I have their number. You know, we played on the intramural, like, baseball team together. You know, we played pickup basketball together. It's like I knew these people who drove Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, you know, BMWs. They lived in brick homes. You know, I knew these individuals. I saw African-American males dressed up like Obama in the late 80s before, you know, there was an Obama. Blue suits, Armani suits, you know, the power ties. You know, I heard these guys talking about Plessy versus Ferguson, Brown versus Board of Education. So I was exposed to a group of people who had become familiar with success and was trying to teach us and train us on the steps that we need to take to be successful. So it wasn't like, you know, somebody was telling me about success, but they didn't know my experience. They didn't come from my background. These were people who had come from Detroit, Chicago, you know, Alabama. These were people who looked like me, who talked like me, who experienced life like me. And I figured, like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it.
Okay, amazing. Now, you know what? Also in your book, I since the first time I read it, when I saw that you and I believe two other gentlemen, right? You wanted to get very serious about your group, and they were like, "All right, to get serious, we're gonna have to do a 7-day fast." Like, what was going through your mind, and how do you feel like that, you know, made you disciplined enough to take that group and, you know, the organization to the next level?
I'll be real with you. I had never heard of fasting before. I didn't know what they was talking about. And they was like, we're going without eating for 7 days. We're going to be drinking water. I'm like, who does that? You know, but I in life, when you want something you've never had, sometimes you have to do what you've never done. And I figured, look, I knew how to eat. I had a meal plan. So if it didn't work out, I could always go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give it an hour or two. And if it don't work, I can hit the cab. And I did it for 7 days. Let me tell you what I learned. First, that I could do things that I never thought I could do. That I could push myself to limits that I had never pushed myself to. And then more importantly, it taught me sacrifice. So when I say you gotta want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that came from fasting. That came, because what happened is, you know, I did it once and then I started doing it again. Before I know it, I was doing 10 days a couple times a year. So it really taught me, when I started pursuing success, I didn't know sacrifice was a part of success, like giving up stuff. So it was easy for me to give up stuff because by fasting, I had learned the process of making sacrifices.
I gotta brush them off now. Ain't got no time for them haters. And I really think it's funny how how my name is in your mouth.
Whoa.
And I ain't even worried about your baby. So I'ma do me a favor. I'ma go and get my life.
Alright.
And I'ma tell my haters see you later. Cause I'm pretty and I know it, and I ain't afraid to show it, alright.